One quiet morning in Chennai, India, Joseph Sakar stepped onto his terrace with a cup of coffee in hand, just like he did every day. He wasn't expecting anything unusual. Just a little fresh air before work. But on this morning, something was different. In the corner of his terrace sat a small burst of green. At first, Joseph thought it was just a plant. But as he looked closer, he saw 4 bright green parakeets, huddled together, barely moving. Their feathers were ruffled. Their wings looked damaged. And unlike most birds, they didn't fly away when he approached. Joseph, an electrician and photography enthusiast, had seen parakeets before. They were common in Chennai. But he'd never seen them this close. And certainly not in such a vulnerable state. Just weeks earlier, a powerful typhoon had struck the area, leaving destruction in its wake. Joseph's home had been spared, but the birds hadn't been so lucky. These 4, clearly shaken, seemed to be survivors, hungry, injured, and unable to fly. Without hesitation, Joseph did what felt right. He brought them rice, the only food he had on hand, and set out fresh water. The parakeets eagerly ate, chirping softly. They weren't just surviving, they were beginning to trust him. Over the next few days, he cared for them. He wasn't a bird expert, just a kind man with a bit of extra time and a lot of heart. Slowly, the birds regained their strength. Their feathers smoothed out. Their energy returned. Eventually, they began fluttering their wings, testing the sky again, and soon enough, they flew. But instead of leaving forever, they began returning. Day after day, they'd fly off, only to circle back, not just for food, but maybe, Joseph believed, for connection. Neighbors began to notice. People smiled when they saw the parakeets zipping around Joseph's terrace, calling him lucky. One even said, "There's a quiet trust between Joseph and those birds. We need more people like him in the world." But not everyone saw it that way. Joseph's landlord wasn't happy. He told him to send the birds away, or move out. Joseph tried to explain, they weren't pets. They were wild animals, coming and going on their own. But it didn't matter. One morning, as Joseph stepped out, coffee in hand, he saw them, the 4 parakeets perched silently on the fence. Then, one by one, they flew off, this time toward the sea. Without looking back, Joseph watched in silence. Sad, but proud. He had helped them when they needed it. And that was enough. Weeks passed. Then, one morning, they came back, but not alone. First a few. Then a dozen. Then hundreds. Parakeets, one after another, filled his terrace in a green blur of feathers and flight. Somehow, it seemed, the original 4 had spread the word, this was a safe place. This man could be trusted. Within a year, over 300 parakeets were visiting daily. During rainy seasons, that number